I'm super excited today. We're in Beverly Hills, amazing villa, with my friend Raymond Habre. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
You're doing your RTTM, I'm doing your Elevate.
And I started studying the game of events. I was like, how can I make an irresistible offer so that people are like, damn, I really want to take this? And my pitch last year, I think, was the best one I've ever did. And we made about $300,000 from it.
You don't see the color of the money until the very last day.
To talk a little bit about, what it takes to organize an event like that, I think people don't realize how expensive it is.
I used to say I broke even, but the reality is, I don't care now, but I lost around $150,000. This year I'm taking $1 million investment risk. All right, guys, I'm super excited today. We're in Beverly Hills, amazing place, amazing villa, with my friend Raymond Habre. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Hey, I'm so excited for this. We know each other for a long time. We've been growing our business both sides each side for a couple of years now, and it's funny how we met. We used to play basketball in a what is it called? School, like a house league.
House league.
House league, yeah.
I think that's like the bottom of the level.
Yeah, we used to play basketball, and I think you were benching that time while I was playing.
Yeah, let's just say basketball was not our best sport.
Yeah.
We catched up in business.
Yeah, exactly. And after that, I lost touch of you, but I seen you like evolve with time, with obviously your business, Côté Expert, which is very known in Quebec. And after that, I seen you do your conference, RTTM, which is one big conference that you organize every year, Road to the Millions. You help entrepreneurs. So my journey looks kind of similar to yours in some ways. I'm so excited for this. We've been in this villa for a couple of days now. It's sad that we need to leave tomorrow to Montreal, but let's make it the most out of it. So how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem, bro. No problem. Listen, how's business?
Business is great. It's great. Been focusing on building the biggest community of entrepreneurs in Montreal.
Yeah.
And now we're going to be traveling the world over the next 12 months. We're going to be doing these, I call them the shadowing trips, because I believe, if you want to be successful, you want to be very close to successful people. Success is about proximity. And I was like, you know what? If I can create this environment where everybody can grow together, everybody can learn from each other, proximity to success, I think that's going to help a lot of people reach their goals faster. And, you were talking about my conference, the Road to the Million. Conferences is the same thing, right? Like, you bring people together, proximity to successful people. That's why I like to go to a lot of conferences. Sometimes I host them myself. Sometimes I go to other people's conferences. So I really believe, man, if you want to be successful, it's all about proximity. And that's what we're doing now, right?
Yeah.
We spent a couple of days in this villa.
There's a saying, proximity is opportunity.
Yeah.
Right. The more you're closer to people who are already succeeding, you have a better chance to learn from them and also draw your own path. Right. Let me ask you this: when did you start going to conferences? How old were you when you started doing conferences, going to conferences?
Oh, dude, man, I remember I started my first business. I was a pizza boy. I was 21 years old.
Yeah.
I was working at Pizza, $10.35 an hour. I'll never forget.
Wow.
And I quit my job. I quit school. I quit my friends. I quit video games. I quit everything. And then I went all in into starting my first business, which is Tai Lopez. And a couple of months after that, I've been to my first conference.
Do you remember which was it?
I think it was a Tai Lopez one.
No way.
Yeah, I think it was January 2016. I started Tai Lopez back in September 2015.
Okay.
So about 4 or 5 months after that.
Okay.
Tai was doing a conference at the Roosevelt Hotel in New York City, I remember. And I booked a flight, booked a hotel, bought my ticket, and that was my very first conference. And this is the first time I met Tai Lopez in person, because I used to watch him on YouTube and I bought his programs. And that was my first time. And since then, I go to like 4 or 5 conferences a year, if not more. Now, I mean, we host conferences now, so it's a different game. But I started young, man, 10 years ago.
That's amazing, man. And now look at you now. You're a good friend of Tai.
Yeah,
Like we have a dinner later with
yeah,
with Tai, and I see how you move with this person. He's pretty good at what he does. 2016 to now, I'm sure he's proud of you. Like he saw you come up, right?
yeah.
It's been a long journey. What I like to say about like going to other people conferences, I like to say every time I don't go to conferences, I lose thousands of dollars of opportunities. And people think that it's only like, oh, the person who's speaking. But the reality is, it's not only the person who's speaking, but it's also the breakthroughs that you have during those speeches. Meaning, maybe he doesn't talk the same language, like he's talking about marketing, but you're in a different type of marketing. But for some reason, you're like, oh, like you know what, I can take that information in my way and do it something different. Like breakthroughs happen when you're hyper focused on something, on a subject, and ideas come your way, right? That's what I call breakthroughs. And those kind of breakthroughs only happen in those kind of environment. And not only that, networking. Like people underestimate the power of networking. And usually with conferences, everybody is there for the same reason. They want to network, right? I like to compare with a club. Like when you go to a club, like people are there to dance, people they are there to like have fun. But like let's say you want to talk to a girl, okay, but maybe the girl, she's not there to network. She's just there to like have fun with their girls, right? So it's not the same as when you go to networking. Everybody's open for networking. Everybody wants to know like other people's stories. Right? That's what I like about conferences, where you could create lot more opportunities. People are open to it, and you create so much opportunities. Like for me, I remember like it was yesterday. The conferences made the person who I am right now. Meaning, at when I was like maybe 2016, 17, I was 22, 23 that time, and I met my mentor there. I went to see him. I already knew him. Like, hey, bro, I admire you. I want to work with you. If there's like, hey, can I learn from you? He's like, come to my office. And from there, everything started, right? That conversation helped me become the person I am right now. And even with Patrick Bet-David, Ryan Serhan, all those guys, I met them at a conference. They're accessible in those environments because otherwise they're so famous, you're not able to reach them, right?
Oh
Do
yeah.
you understand? Like, do you?
Yeah, 100% agree with you. It's all proximity to power, to proximity to success, proximity to opportunity. And when I brought Tai Lopez last year to Montreal in November, I did something called a diamond dinner. And people had the opportunity to have dinner with Tai in a group in Montreal.
Yeah,
And, we're going to the dinner tonight later with Tai, and he did a little mastermind over 2 days. And, people pay over $5,000 to go to these places. It's pretty expensive. But, when I brought Tai to Montreal, tickets were way cheaper. So the cool thing about, us bringing big names to Montreal is it becomes more accessible. So people don't need to buy a plane ticket. They don't need to go stay at a hotel. They don't need to take a week off to go to someone else's event in a different country. We bring all these opportunities to our own city in Montreal, which means people just need to buy a ticket for the event and they get all the same benefits as if they travel to somewhere else.
100%, man. That's like a big benefit for especially for those who are in Quebec,
Yeah.
because don't forget the fact that it's in U.S., right?
Yeah, you gotta pay in
Five,
US dollars. It's
how
five.
much is it right now?
Didn't you do the Alex Hormozy
Yeah, five thousand
workshop?
dollars. $5,000 just the mastermind.
So that's about 7,000
Seven
an
plus
hour, an hour
plus
money.
it was, yes, Canadian money, and then after that I was in Vegas. When I go to Vegas, I like to be in a nice hotel. That
Yeah.
cost me another $3,000.
All right.
Flight,
Yeah, you can put
food,
10 to 15 grand easily.
yeah.
So
But hear me out. Like it doesn't, like it was worth it. Like I learned so much every
yeah,
time I go to those kind of conferences, especially like Alex Mosey. This guy, like he's worth what, $200 million right now.
yeah,
He's launching his book very soon, and there's gonna be millions of people watching.
yeah.
You're doing something crazy as well.
I'm doing something crazy
yeah.
for his book launch. I
Exactly,
call it, you gotta piggyback on whatever the big players are doing, man.
man.
Like,
That's
and
a great idea.
dude, and by the way, for those of you listening, I'm basically renting out either a movie theater or a big room, and we're all gonna be watching Alex Hormozy's book launch live. together, all together, and I'm going to be breaking down his pitch.
Yeah.
So we can all learn how Alex pitches and we can all implement it in our own businesses. So this is called piggybacking on what the big players are doing. So sometimes even if you don't have anything going on for yourself, I'm not doing a book launch. I don't have a book.
Yeah.
Well, Alex
Not yet,
is doing
not yet.
Not yet, but Alex is doing his book launch, and it's a big one.
Yeah.
I've watched the other ones; they were legendary.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything happening for myself in August, anything crazy, so I can piggyback on what Alex is doing and ride that wave.
And I was listening when I was at the Alex Mastermind. He was saying every time he has these kind of opportunities, he practice over 100 times, right? And when I tell you that, you're like, damn, that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't even practice that much, and he's way ahead of us right now.
Oh yeah, bro. Right? So I used to do my slides the night before.
We have to fucking maybe do more.
Yeah.
Do more. Yeah. That's crazy. Like these guys are putting so much work, and who are we to say, hey, we have nothing to learn from those guys? Especially it's a free event as well, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about yours, but the actual book launch is free.
Yeah.
But even if you charge them something, you're actually breaking down his pitch.
100%. And usually when we charge money, it's literally just to cover the cost of the room. We might bring some popcorn and some snacks. So we might charge something really insignificant just to cover the cost. But
again, man, even if it costed $200, I'm not saying this because I have money. But I've been doing this for years. When I didn't have money, I was always investing in myself. $200 is nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Imagine that. You're charging $5,000 a mastermind for your advice courses, and sometimes you have $10,000, $100,000 program as well.
Yeah.
So when you have an opportunity to pick your brain for $200, that's crazy. And not only that, not only the picking the brain, but the networking around it. You can make you're gonna meet great people. Again, when you wanna, if you're looking to have a relationship and you're looking for a woman that is, I don't know, who's smart, who likes books, and who likes to be at home, you won't find in a club. You'll find in a bookstore. Right? Same. In those environments, if you're looking for ambitious people who are ready to take action takers, you're gonna meet them at those kind of environment. Even your girlfriend, your next girlfriend, who you probably can meet them.
Dude, it's crazy. I've had so many people come to my events, and they met their girlfriends there. I know a couple guys, they text me bro, I met my girlfriend. We've been together for a year. We met at your annual conference.
That's crazy.
Because, like you're saying, man, you meet like-minded people. Everybody's there for the same reasons.
Yeah.
And dude, it's really hard to go to a conference and not get at least one good thing out of it. You really have to try very hard.
Man, I'm so happy that I came here. You were telling me, hey man, it would be a great idea. You pitched me at the last minute as well. I'm like, you know what? Damn, I'd rather be at home. Right now, it's not a great time for me. We're 51 days away from Elevate second edition. We're expecting 1,500 people. For those who my audience knows it, but it's a big conference coming.
Yeah.
So when you pitched me the idea of, hey, why don't you join me? I'm doing a mastermind in a villa in Beverly Hills. I didn't even ask how much it costed. My question is, fuck, is it worth my time? Right now, I'm so busy. I'd rather be with my sales team and just push them. But I made the right decision to come. We know each other, but spending this much time where we're sleeping in the same roof, seeing Ray waking up at 11 o'clock, it's different. It hits you differently, and also I met great people as well. That is part of your mastermind. Great relationship that's gonna start from here. Amazing, man.
Yeah.
And not only that, at Tai Mastermind, I made two great connections. Dan, which is one. Dan, what's his name? Last
Fleshman?
name. Yeah, exactly. Fleshman, right? Dan Fleshman, Justin, who do all the copywriting, not copywriting. He prepared the sales pitch for Iman Ghazi. Who else? Alex Ramosi. Now, this is great connections, man.
Yeah.
Great connections, right?
Yeah.
Right now we're working together on my page as well. So it's always worth it. I believe it. I totally believe it. I've been doing this for years, and every time I miss an opportunity, I miss thousands of dollars and sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and sometimes, people might tell themselves like, I don't want to go to a conference because I don't feel like I bring anything to the table yet,
Yeah.
right? That's something people might tell themselves. Like, I'm not there yet, I cannot network with those people. But the reality is everybody's looking for someone. Like, I've been to conferences and events, and I've met people who were like just starting out, no business, very simple people, but they were looking for an opportunity.
Yeah.
So I've met people that eventually ended up working with me.
Yeah.
Like, I've hired people
Yeah.
to join my team, and I've met those people at conferences. So even if you're like starting out from scratch, you just want to start getting used to being around those people, and maybe you're not going to get an opportunity the first one, but maybe the second one, you might bump into someone who can change your life. I like to say, you just need to be lucky once. And when you go to events and conferences, you have a chance of having like crazy returns on that investment. Once in a while, it's like a bet, right? Let's say the ticket costs like $100 or 500 or 1,000 or 5,000. If you go to enough of those, at some point, you will hit a home run. Just like striking a baseball bat, right? You're striking a baseball ball. And you're like, if you keep striking, at some point, you will hit a home run if you just never give up. And I can't, I met this one guy in Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills is an emotional place for me because I've been here so many times and I met so many amazing people. Every time Tai is hosting a mastermind at his mansion, I try to be there. And there's this one cool guy I met. We became super good friends. His name is Adam Cohen. And he's the founder of a really big company called Stick. And it's growing. It's probably going to be the next Uber. And this guy we met at a mastermind at Tai's place. So I had to take a flight, a hotel, take 5 days off from working for my business in Montreal, go all the way to Beverly Hills, and we bumped into each other. We just connected. We talked for hours, and he ended up flying to my conference in Montreal to speak last year. And now he's probably going to speak again this year. So all of this happened, because I kept showing up to that mansion party and mastermind. And I've been a couple times and I didn't really have anything significant happen. So if you look at life as, individual events, you're going to get desperate really fast. But if you look at life you take like a longer segment, you say, okay, over the last 18 months, what did I really do? If you went to one event in the last 18 months, you might be like, well, and if you got unlucky, you might be like, events don't work. It's not worth my time. I'd rather just work on my business. But if you've been to like 12 events over 18 months, and then you're like, oh, well, during 2 events, crazy things happen, I 10x my business, now you can see the real return on investment. So you need to do something enough times to make sure that it's worth it for you.
Something else I do during an event is like, okay, you're not able to have a big time conversation with that person in those type of environment. They want to meet as many people as they could. Same here. You want to meet as much people as you can. So it's quick conversation. You have to have an elevator pitch. You have to get ready. You have to come ready. Like I met Justin. That's Justin, right? Justin is his name. I met Justin. We had a 5-minute conversation. I had an elevator pitch. Boom, he wants my number.
Yeah.
Right? So you need to be preparing for those kind of environment as well because you got to go ready. If not, if you don't plan, you'll plan to fail.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What's your checklist? How do you prepare a quick elevator pitch for events? Like what are like the non-negotiable?
Listen, right, that's a great question. So these days, I use my past experience. Obviously, I have a great momentum right now. I did my first conference last year, 900 people in Montreal. So it's already a big thing. So people are obviously curious to know what the heck this guy did a big conference like this. That's very helpful. And not only that, I interviewed Patrick David, who's one of the biggest guys in the media right now, biggest entrepreneur. Not only biggest, but he's also well respected among his peers.
Yes.
So it's easy these days. But back in so it doesn't really count now. Well, let's say when I didn't have those experiences, right? I didn't have these accomplishments. What I used to do is I used to pay the highest ticket.
Like pay to play.
Pay to play.
Pay to play, man.
Most
Do you agree with that?
Absolutely, bro. That's how I got Ryan Stern. That's how I got Patrick David.
And me too. I tell people all the time, use your money. Use your money. If you have nothing else, use your money.
Exactly. It's funny. Tai was saying, the only way, like if you're ugly and short,
Get rich.
you know, the lipstick is money.
Yeah,
Man lipstick
money,
is
money
money.
is the man's makeup. That's what he
Exactly, money
says.
is man makeup. So I used to like even when I didn't have money, I used to pay with my credit card and fucking pay for
Did you ever go into debt?
absolutely.
Like trying to afford tickets, masterminds? Dude, I do it all the time. I did it all the time. And even in the last few years, sometimes like I was short on liquidity
Yeah,
and I would sometimes use credit to make like multiple five-figure investments that I
yeah,
needed to do in myself.
yeah.
And I feel like anybody listening, like don't be afraid sometimes because some people are super afraid of debt, right? But if you're doing it strategically, it's fine.
I wouldn't say it's a debt. It's more like an investment for me. Like you know you will get a return on this investment
Yeah.
if you do the right thing, right? Last year my conference costed me a $500,000, right? I even lost money. I don't really say that to people. Like people are really like they want to put their like there's a saying in French, but I don't know how it will be translated in English. But yeah, they like to pick other people's noses. Like
Yeah.
tu mets ton nez tu mets ton doigt dans ton nez. I don't know, like whatever. So meaning like they like to have like wants to know if you made money.
Yeah, everybody's watching. But
Yeah.
when you're doing big things, people want to know everything.
They wanna know if I made money. Like what's okay? Well, like if I lose money, like are you gonna like help me?
You're gonna send me a check?
Yeah, are you gonna send me a check? Like, but I used to say I broke even. But the reality is, I don't care now. Like I still didn't care before when people were asking. But you know, some people are more closer to me. So they were asking those kind of questions and but I didn't want to go further on those conversations. But I lost around $150,000
Wow.
in my first
Well,
conference.
I wouldn't see it as a loss.
No. Here, obviously, that's not a
Yeah,
loss.
it's like a net loss if you only take that short segment of time during where you did the conference. But what happened after the conference probably got you way more than that back, right?
Oh man, like the Quebec knows me.
Yeah,
Like it have like most usually in Quebec is Michel Tremblay who's known. Like these days there's a Seu Jean Kenishalinga guy. You know, like, it's a different name now. They see, you know, who's this guy, right? Like it's a great marketing tactic, right?
Yeah.
It's like paying a billboard for $50,000 for a year.
right,
I did it
right.
with one conference,
Yeah,
right? This year I'm taking $1 million investment risk. It's much more risk. But imagine, you know how it goes. Imagine what's the return if you take
Yeah.
this much risk.
Right.
The more risk you take, the better the returns is, right? And there's so many ways you can, you know, you don't have to have the $1 million up front. There's so many ways to raise that money.
yeah.
There's so
Isn't that what you teach?
it's exactly what I teach.
Yeah.
I teach people to raise money, like especially in real estate, but you could apply the same method in any business that you want, right? I don't know where we're going with this, but what was the question? Initial question?
Well, we were talking about just events and stuff. So, you were saying, I mean, with Elevate, I think it's a big event. It's a good event that you're hosting there, and this year I think it's going to be even bigger, right?
Yeah,
And you know, maybe we can talk a little bit about what it takes to host an event like that, because maybe a lot of people are curious to know like the behind the scenes.
yeah,
You know?
absolutely, man. I'm an open book.
Yeah.
I'm an open book.
I feel like any entrepreneur who wants to elevate their brand to the next
I
level.
like what you did there.
I don't even do it on purpose. So any entrepreneur would like to elevate their brand to the next level. The fastest way is to go on stage and to host your own stuff.
Yeah,
In sports they have something called the home advantage.
yeah,
Like if you're playing in your hometown,
yeah,
like you just feel more lucky. Everybody, the energy is different. Because I've been to so many events, but I feel like at some point in time, entrepreneurs should start hosting their own events, even if it's like small events. I think it's really beneficial. I tell people all the time I have something called the 30-day cycle. Every 30 days I host an event. Could be a small one with 50 people. Could be a medium one, 200, 300 people. And I do my annual conference, The Road to the Million, RTTM, with Tai Lopez every November. So I don't know about you, but like events really changed my life. Not only, experience-wise, but also personal brand and connections. Because when you're the host, I feel like people just see you differently. I remember when I used to go to conferences and events, I would always look up to people on stage, right? Whoever was on stage, they had to be smart, or else they wouldn't be there. Like, they would just like random people on stage. And they all instantly got the respect. They got, everybody wanted to talk to them after. They just had a lot to bring to the table. So I was like, in my early 20s, I was going to all these events and I was studying the game. Like, how much were they charging per ticket? Why this price? How many people in the room? Why is it that big? Why are people sitting that way? Why is it over 3 days and not one day? So I started asking myself all these questions. And I started studying the game of events. And I realized that it's a pretty good game, especially in today's day and age when everyone is doing everything online. Podcasting, social media content creation, all that is great. But you got to go in reverse, because people are people are craving human connection more than ever. So when you get back into that game, you bring people together. People appreciate you for that, and you're the one bringing people together. So you automatically elevate your personal brand to the next level.
Yeah, man, that's definitely true. When like I see it that way, and I also see it beyond that. Meaning, like when you're able to get like Tai Lopez, right? You become his biggest client,
Yeah,
right? You pay him a lot,
yeah,
right? Especially like I didn't know this until I done my last conference last year, where these guys cost like in 6 digits, sometimes 7 digits,
yeah,
right? I never thought like that is something that is something possible in that kind of environment. I thought like Hollywood actors charge those kind of
yeah,
prices, but like celebrity entrepreneurs, they also charge that kind of money. It's crazy. The fact that they're gonna go there, they're gonna grab the audience. Even let's say they pitch something, they're gonna make money. So why you charge so much? I didn't understand that business until now. So when you're Ty or whatever, whoever like you're bringing becomes your biggest client, you also build a relationship with those
yeah,
people. Like I like to say, like when we were talking about proximity, right? So I'm walking the same path as those guys. Like I need to be closer with them because I can learn from them. So what's the easiest way is to build a relationship.
yeah,
So conferences, you're able to attract those people, right? Pay them, but you're not really paying them because the tickets sell by itself, and you're able to reimburse your investment
right,
and build that relationship.
right,
That's one way to look at it. The second way, obviously, to help you build your brand. So imagine, like last year you had how many people? 500,
600.
600 people. 600 people that saw you on stage. That's a powerful brand,
Yeah,
right? All the stories, all the snaps, all the tags that you got, that's gonna help you. That helped you, obviously,
yeah,
right?
100%.
So instead of having one connection, one-on-one conversation where you're trying to like pitch your idea, like pitch your brand, you're pitching it in front of 600 people. That's a big leverage.
Yeah, and the fact that Ty was there also elevated the game to the next level because, now every time to go to a networking event, especially like at Ty's event,
Yeah,
like my introduction is so easy. I'm like, oh yeah, Ty's gonna come speak at my event in Canada. Like every time I start with that line, everybody's like, oh my God,
yeah,
like that's wow, really?
yeah,
Like Ty wouldn't do that for anyone,
yeah,
you know? So it elevates your brand, builds a deep relationship with your mentor, those people. And even Ty had a lot of fun. And when you're good at it, I mean, our events are pretty badass. So Ty was like, dude, that was really fun. I'm excited for next year. He told me that. Like, I'm excited for next year. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'll be happy to have you next year.
that's amazing.
Like,
So,
so
are
he
you
was.
announcing it because I didn't? Nobody knows exact. Nobody knows
I
what.
mean, we're still working on like the final details of
Yeah,
this event, but that's what Ty told me after the first one. He was like, I would
that's
love.
crazy.
That was a great event. So he seemed really happy. So
Yeah,
when you build something big,
yeah,
even the big names are like, yo, this is pretty cool. Like I would see myself coming back to this,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So this is when you know you're doing something great. And to talk a little bit about, what it takes to organize an event like that, I think people don't realize how expensive it is. I think from the outside, people are like, oh, Raymond, Jean, they're all making all this money from tickets and stuff like that. Like they don't know the behind the scenes of like how expensive that thing is,
no,
right? And I think the difference between me and you and our events is I always pitch. One thing I do is like I offer my services at the end. And the reason why I do it is because I need to make it profitable. Because if I only factor in the ticket sales, the sponsorships, and everything we get, with all the costs, you know, we either break even, or sometimes we also lose money.
Yeah.
It's very common in the space to lose money when you host an event, especially if it's a bigger one. So my way to kind of counter that is to do a simple pitch at the end. And my pitch last year, I think, was the best one I've ever did. And we made about $300,000 from it. So all I had to do, I was like, all right, I was thinking, I remember it was a couple days before my event. And I was texting Tai. And Tai was like, so what are you pitching? And I was like, pitching? What do you mean? Because I thought I didn't want to pitch anything for some reason. And he was like, dude, you filled up the room, I'm coming, you better pitch something. This is your time to shine. So then he helped me a little bit. I gave him a few ideas. And then because I basically shadowed him for a year, spent a year with him, learned a lot of stuff. This investment was like over $100,000 to spend, a year with Tai. That's one of his programs. He has a 100K program. He has $1 million program as well. So when he runs your personal brand for you. So I was in the 100K program. So I invested a lot of money. So I was like, I learned a lot over the last 12 months. I was like, how can I make an irresistible offer so that people are like, damn, I really want to take this. And my side helps me kind of like make up the money back, right? So I was like, you know what? Let me do a full-on summary of everything I learned over 12 months, because I've invested $100,000. That's a lot of money. But most people are not going to want to invest $100,000 to learn this. It's like, what if I condense everything? I put people in a group, and over 12 weeks, I just summarize everything I learned for 1% of the price of what I paid. I was like,
that's a great deal.
Yeah, Tai was like, you should charge probably like $2,000.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm gonna do $1,000.
I was even curious about how it go.
It went really well, man. Listen, so I think we were about 600 people in the room.
But I actually asked other people like who bought it.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, like I want to know after the experience, right?
So what did they say?
They said it's amazing. Like
I think it was one of my best programs. I think from everything I did since I started my brand.
And that tells you, sorry to cut you off, but I just want to put that out there. That tells you, like you care about like other people's money and what you deliver, right? There's a lot of scammers in this business, you know, and maybe sometime we could come as scammer because we charge this much.
Yeah.
Especially coaches they don't have a good branding in this world right now,
right,
because of what's happening in other places. So the fact that people actually loved it, like I even asked people from here, they paid for like $5,000. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but $5,000 to have this amazing place. I asked them, hey, how was the experience? They said, wow, it's amazing. Like I would do it again.
Yeah.
So
I mean, listen, man, I really care. I believe if you want to be successful in life, you got to care about your people. And that's not just something I say in business. Also my team and my staff. Like I literally treat them like brothers and sisters. Like I want to bring back the values of like sacrifice, loyalty, doing something for someone else without necessarily getting something back in return, because everybody's selfish these days. I mean, sometimes there's a time and place to be selfish, but most people operate 99% of their life from a place of selfishness all the time. Everything they want to do, like they won't do anything if it doesn't benefit them. Never. Which is like, I get it, right? Like everybody's selfish. But I'm trying to bring back the reverse of that, where like, you know what? I'm going to do that for you. And you know what? I don't want anything back. God bless. You know what I'm saying? It's like I want to bring that back. And I think one of the reasons why I'm successful in business and people love my programs is because that's the frame I operate from. I'm a giver. Like I'll give people. And also positioning, right? As much as I care about people, it's very hard to have complaints when I paid $100,000 to learn something and I'm giving it to you for $997 in person with me over 12 weeks. Like the value's like this and I'm charging this. Like even if the program is not exactly perfect, it's very hard for people to complain. So a lot of it is also positioning, right? If I charge $10,000 for it, maybe people have told you something else. So how you position your pricing also dictates if people are going to be happy with your product. So yes, I care. And yes, I'm good at what I do. But also I'm smart about positioning. So even this retreat, we charge $5,000 Price might go up, by the way, over time. But at this time, we charge $5,000 to come spend a couple days with me. And we do a mastermind in a different city every single month. And people love it. I have a friend. He went to Europe for a week. He spent more than $5,000 just for fun. No business mastermind, no networking, nothing to make more money. So I think how you position yourself is like 80% of the formula. So.
But I like to go I like to go to places where you're enjoying the view, the lifestyle, the culture, the food. But at the same time, if you can do a money move or a money making skill that you can gain from it, that's the best type of investment.
What would you say?
I'm trying to like find the best way I can do this. Like I'm marrying next year.
Right.
I'm looking for I'm looking for a mastermind in the country I'm going. No, I'm just going. I'm just kidding.
But how did you like this experience?
I loved it, man. I loved it. Like, when is the next time I'm gonna be in a villa? Unless I buy one, you know. I don't know.
And that's the power of the group,
like,
right?
what closed me? I'll tell you the truth. What closed me, like, not the fact that it's Beverly Hills, not the fact that it's Tai Lopez, is the fact that you said, hey, it's gonna be a one-time experience, right? One-time experience where we're gonna be together. Right?
Yeah.
Where you're actually coaching me for Elevate.
Yeah.
So why not? Like, we'll have many discussion, many session in Montreal, but it's not gonna be the same experience.
I mean, you know, you're busy, I'm busy.
Yeah.
In Montreal, if we meet, it's gonna be for an hour or two.
Yeah.
But if here it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity to spend a couple days together.
Yeah.
And you know, we've been to Ty's mastermind. We're going to dinner in a couple hours with Ty as well. So yeah, proximity. We got a lot of things done. We can advance our businesses, and that's what I say, man. Like, I feel like 80% of anybody's success is who you're around.
Absolutely.
If you're around the right people, man, it's really hard to fail.
I know we are going back and forth, but the actual question was like, what does it take to build a conference?
Yeah.
Well, first you need to inject a lot of money, but the money you don't see the color of the money until the very last day. That's crazy, you know. That's a lot of risk, and you don't even know if you're gonna make your money back.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
It takes balls. It takes courage, man. It takes a lot of courage.
Now,
man. Like,
people say I have big balls, so yeah, that's
me too. That's something we got in common, man.
But like, for those who are listening and they actually wants to build a conference, you don't have to do big time conference like weird.
You can start with a small one.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to start. You can build a brand, a solid brand, and let's say you have 50 people and you have a good pitch. You're able to close let's say 10% of those 50 is like 5 people.
I had one of my clients. She hosted a 100 people conference, and I helped her build her pitch.
Yeah.
And I believe she made about 50 grand from the pitch.
Yeah.
With 100 people. Yeah. So that's on one day. So I think, you know, the event cost her that much. With the ticket sales, she broke even.
Yeah.
And then she made 50K profit.
Yeah.
From the pitch. That's the formula.
That's the formula.
Like, people think you make money with the tickets. You don't make money with the tickets. So.
Sometimes it's going to cost you even more than what you actually get back from your tickets.
Yeah, like, but I mean, maybe let's say she lost 10 grand, but if she made 50 back, so her net is still 40. Boom. So pretty good.
And not only that, after that, they say upsells. You know,
I was saying, I think we didn't finish that conversation. You know, when I pitched from stage, we had 600 people in my event.
Yeah.
And I pitched after Ty, which was kind of like a double-edged sword, because Ty kind of warmed up the audience for me. But then after he left on stage, half the room exited their seats and they went to go talk to Ty. So I was left with like 300 people to pitch.
You should have asked Ty to be on stage.
To stay with me, right? But anyways, regardless of that, I was able to close about 80 people out of 300, which is insane, by the way, for ratios. So we collected about 80 grand with a couple people who upgraded into something else instantly. So I think I made about 100 grand that day. But then over a couple months, a lot of those people started upgrading to my other programs. So after about 3 months, I think I collected about $300,000 from that one pitch. So all this to say, it's a lot of sacrifice, it's a lot of money injected to make the event happen. But if you do it right, and if you offer your services the right way, over a couple months, you'll make way more money after that.
There's also something else I will add. organizing conference also build trust amongst your peers, amongst your clientele. Like something that I teach is raising capital. I teach people how to raise money. Like I've been raising money for the past since I was 25, right? I raised my first million when I was 25. I got to like $20 million right now, and it's crazy how it's easy to raise money if you have the right tactics, the right words, the right time. But also, people invest in you before the product, before the deal. You can have the $1 million deal where you could double your money. Let's say, Raymond, I have this deal. You give me 500K, I'll double it in the next year. Like you give me 500, you don't know me. I have a great product. Let's say it's real estate, so everybody knows real estate numbers make sense. Everything makes sense, and you have all the guarantee, all the security, right? So you know that you're gonna make the money, but you don't know me. Will you trust me?
It's hard.
It's gonna be hard, right?
It's hard. Even if everything makes sense, if I don't trust you as a person, it's gonna be hard for me to move forward.
Exactly. So what I'm saying from there is, when you build a conference or a small conference of 50 to 100 people, and you're actually teaching them about a deal that you actually wants to raise money, right? All those people are hearing you as a leader, as someone who's leading the pack. So it's easier after, especially if you did a good job giving a good experience, it's easier for them to trust you because you're that guy who built that conference. Everybody wanted to talk to you.
Yeah.
So that's something that we teach.
It's positioning, man. It's positioning. And even, for anybody who wants to learn how to raise capital, I think building your personal brand will help you raise more capital. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Because people buy you before they buy any opportunity.
Yeah. There's more money than deals.
Yeah.
So people, they're running after the money before their deal. That's the only reason why, is because they don't know enough people. They don't know enough money. They don't know enough people who have money. But that's one of the reasons why you could have the greatest deal, but nobody knows you, nobody trusts you. You don't have a personal brand. Like it has to be as simple as searching your name and I can see your life.
Yeah.
Like I can see how many kids you have, who's your wife, where she lives. Maybe not. But I'm saying is, who's your wife, where you from, what's your lifestyle looks like, your value, your principle. They should be able to know all this by searching on their own. And then what you do is maybe nurture it, rebuild it, like just go beyond to make sure that they're very confident trusting you.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, man. So when is the next event?
It's in 51 days, my friend. Maybe the time that the podcast goes out, it's gonna be maybe 30 days. I don't know how fast we can get the footage, but yeah, it's coming fast. And for me, every day counts right now. Right? Every day counts. We're expecting like 1,500 people.
Yeah.
My main speaker is gonna be Andy Elliott, Daniel G, Mark Shapiro, Neil Dingra. It's funny, Neil Dingra, he's the one who opened my eyes to like big conferences that I can do it too. Right? Like this guy, he does big events. You're gonna meet him in person in Montreal at Elevate. This guy, he does big conferences in Vegas where he brought like Ed Milet, Gary Vee, and all those big boys. So yeah, man. So I have all these people are coming, and we're mixing it up with local people like Pierre Chajolicoeur, me, Marc Dumaine, Sonia Zabatani, and other people as well. It's gonna be fun. It's a 2-day conference and 3 days for the CEO people, the people who buy CEO's tickets. I'm sacrificing a lot, putting a lot of my energy into this work. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure it's.
So what would you say is the number one reason people cannot miss this event?
Number one reason is the whole Quebec is gonna be there. Every heavy hitters that you know of, they're gonna be there. Like let's talk about real estate. Yeah, Patrice Mena was gonna be there. I'm not talking about like speaking there as an audience.
Just attending.
They bought like more than like 20 tickets at like a group deal. I had one guy who bought 100 tickets.
100 tickets.
100 tickets.
One guy.
One guy for his
insane.
whole team because he has a sales team and they love Andy Elliott, so they bought 100 tickets.
It's kind of insane.
And we have a lot of group deals like this. People are actually investing for their team.
So the networking is going to be off the charts.
Off the charts, but like, that's a smart move though.
Yeah.
Like if you think of it, like if I have a team of salespeople, marketing people, it's a sales real estate and marketing conference. So you're gonna learn in those. You're gonna learn all those subjects. So if you bring your sales team, you invest in them, like you pay 60.
Oh, that's really smart.
That's super
But I was
smart.
saying, like, for anybody who's thinking to attend the event,
Yeah.
like, the networking is going to be
Yeah.
really interesting.
Yeah, we have Patrice Ménard, we have Régional Courtemanche, like all the big names that out there, they're coming. You're gonna be there. Now, people from marketing that they're doing, what's his name, Jim. He's gonna be the Jim Cam.
Yeah.
Like this guy with like 10 Lamborghinis. He's gonna be there as well. Like everybody, like, all the heavy hitters are gonna be there. So if
Yeah.
you wanna pitch your idea, you wanna network with the right people.
Yeah.
You can't miss Elevate. Like my
Yeah.
goal with Elevate is all the heavy hitters are in one place at that moment.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
So where can people get their tickets?
It's gonna be on the website directly. So if you go on elevate2025.ca, you'll be able to process. You'll be able to like get your tickets. Let me ask you one question. Like you're doing your RTTM,
Yeah.
and I'm doing your Elevate. We're pretty like in some way we're competing, right? And my conference is in September, and your conference is in November. Like, what's the reason? Like, people might think that we're stupid, you know? Like, why are we supporting each other? You know, like, what's the like? Maybe like you can tell them what's the why are we doing this? Like, you know,
That's a good question.
that's a great question. I know.
Why are we?
Don't ask me. I'll tell you maybe later. I'll tell you my version later.
Yeah. Well, honestly, man, I've never really believed in competition.
Yeah.
I've always believed in collaboration. I've always believed that, you know, we can do big things together. You can go further together. And, you know, what we're doing as well is, you know, a little different, similar but different.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you bring different type of people. I'm bringing, you know, I don't think Andy Elliott's fans are the same fans as some like Tai Lopez's fans.
No.
It's a completely different audience. Right?
No, yeah.
So I think we're kind of complementing each other by doing what we're doing. We're kind of bringing the best from different places to Quebec.
Yeah.
And also, man, you know, you know, doing an event's also like 2 months apart. It's not even that close in my eyes. Like they're in the US, they do an event every week, literally.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's competition. I really see it more as like collaboration. And also the cool thing about us kind of like doing big events in the city is like the bigger your event gets, the bigger I want mine to get.
Yeah.
And the bigger mine gets, the bigger yours will get.
Yeah.
So we're basically anchoring out of each other to make sure we elevate Montreal, you know,
Absolutely.
to the next step.
Absolutely. Hey, well, you kind of like took away everything I wanted to say, but I have maybe one last thing that I can add is, what is it exactly? I forgot.
I said everything.
No. There's one thing that you forgot to say, or maybe that's something that what do I want to say? Like you said, maybe we're gonna cut this off, but you said, different audience.
Yeah, well, I believe, you know, we don't talk to different to the same audiences.
I got it. Yeah, that's something else I can add is the fact that, you know, Montreal can benefit like maybe 2 times in a year, 2 big conferences where they can meet big players, right? So where we're actually doing the hard job to gather all those people in one room. And Montreal, if I'm an entrepreneur coming up or already succeeding, I want to be in those kind of environment. And there's a Raymond and Seoujan who's doing their own thing, and all I have to do is pay the ticket and go there, and create opportunities for myself, right? So the more confidence there is in this type, the better, more I can benefit from it,
Yeah.
right?
And
like
Montreal,
I wish there's more confidence like this.
and Montreal, it's like a blank state.
Yeah,
Like nobody's been doing that. Like we started doing this not too long ago, and there's room for more.
there's room for me. If I'm coming up or I'm not organizing anything, and I see like I have two opportunities the same year to go see Tai Lopez and Andy Elliott, fuck yeah, man, I'm
Yeah.
taking both.
Because
Like,
no one else is doing something like
it's
that.
funny is that some people say, oh, you know what? I already been to a one conference this year. I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna wait for next year. Are you freaking dumb?
Yeah.
Like, are you?
And it's in your own city. Like
It's
you don't need to travel. Me and you would travel. Me and
yeah.
you would maybe travel once a month if we need to.
And for the past years, when you go to conferences here in the States, you're like, yeah, you're learning, but the networking you're doing doesn't really help you. Like, let's say I'm in real estate, right? I'm a mortgage broker.
Sometimes I forget you're a mortgage broker, man. That's a compliment
yeah.
because you've elevated your personal brand to such a high level that I think some people forget you're a mortgage broker.
Well, don't
'Cause
forget because that's how I make my money.
That's how you make your money. All right.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate
But
it.
it's like you're like a category of one. Like
Yeah.
you've built your name, and
Yeah.
it's like you just happen to also do mortgages, but
Yeah.
like you're bigger than that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But what I want to say is when I go to the States and before I have all this, I had all this. Like the networking I do, it doesn't really help me because I can't really do something I can't really do something with them,
Yeah.
right? Right. So, but when it's in your own city, right, you can do so much
Oh,
because
yeah,
your
easy.
products are for Montreal,
Yeah.
are for Quebec.
100%.
So it's so much easier,
Yeah.
right? It's even more smarter. So like if I was coming up, or like I was saying, if I was coming up, or even like if just a simple entrepreneur, I would love to be attending all the conferences there is in Montreal. And when people say, "Ah, I've been to one conference, I already exceeded my budget, so I'm gonna wait for next year," are you crazy?
Yeah,
The
bro.
more conference you go, more opportunities,
Exponential, man.
more opportunities you create,
Yeah.
right? Exponential, right? So like it's like saying, "Oh, I don't want any more money, any extra money."
I'll take it. If you don't want it, I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we went through it. Like I mean, like we talked about pretty much how conferences works. Maybe like the question I like to ask to end this podcast will be like like there's something that I ask everybody. If we have to go back to your younger self, okay, you go in a time machine and you can go back to your younger self with the experience, with the wisdom that you have right now. You can give him one advice to the young Raymond who's just starting. What would you say to that person?
I would say never doubt yourself again. Because when you're on the come up, you know, you're going against a crowd. A lot of people are doubting you, planting, seeds in your mind that it's too hard, too complicated. You come up with genius ideas. Maybe you came up the first time with Elevate. Maybe you shared it with a couple people. They were like, it's too risky, don't do it. So I doubted myself a few times in my 20s, which slowed me down a lot in my progress. So if I had to go back in time and talk to my younger self, I'd be like, stop listening to people. Just listen to what's inside of you. So if you know something is right, if you know you got to do the right thing, even if it's hard, you want to take that risk, listen to what's inside of you. Because every time I didn't do that, I failed. And every time I did, I succeeded. So that's
Great
my
advice,
advice.
man. Yeah, yeah. I remember when I first had the idea of organizing Elevate. Yeah, like most people, they're like, yeah, you know what, it's too risky, right?
Now I just do the opposite of what people tell me.
Or you can ask the right people, right?
Well, exactly. If I'm asking someone and I'm not sure about, I'll just do the opposite. If someone's like, it's too risky, I'll just do it.
Like if you ask Tai,
Well, Ty will be like, do it.
yeah, if you ask
Ty told me your conference was too small.
yeah,
It was like you didn't sell enough tickets. I remember a quick funny story to end. I told Ty the capacity of the Four Seasons in Montreal is about 500 or 600 people. And I told him I sold 500 or 600 tickets. And he said, you should have sold 800. So I was like, 800? But the legal capacity is 600. Right? But he's like, there's always 20% of people who don't show up. So when you listen to the right people, when you ask the question to the right people, they're going to put your expectations in the right place. Because they've been there, they've done that. Right? And Ty was like, just do more events, do it bigger, do it better. But if I ask a random friend, they might be like, it's too much work. You're going to lose money. It's not worth it. So.
Maybe a follow-up question on the same type will be if let's say the future you, maybe he's 60, he takes the time machine, he comes to you right now at this time, and he can give you one advice. What type of advice will you want him to tell you?
That's a good question.
I know I've been doing this for for a while now.
That's a good question. So 60-year-old me would go back. Talk to me right now, Ray. What's the advice they would give me? I would say probably take care of yourself a little more. You know, I tend to sometimes just like work a little too much. So it's not a business advice, more like a life advice I would give myself. So maybe sometimes just take it more easy. Because, I mean, me and you don't have the problem of being lazy. I think we just overwork, right? So I think it's also like to take time to enjoy the little things in life. And sometimes take it a little bit slower. But that applies to me. Because like I just work 24/7.
Yeah.
I mean, my mind doesn't shut off. So maybe taking more care of myself and slowing down sometimes, enjoying the little
There
things.
you go, man. You got the advice.
Yeah,
Make sure you applied it.
yeah. Appreciate that.
No problem. And last question. I'm a reader. I love books. I've been reading all my life. Read maybe 300, 400 books for the past like 10 years I've been in this game. I'm still reading. What's your favorite book that you would recommend me, that it's your all-time favorite, or your recent book that you're reading right now?
I mean, I'm not the biggest reader. I mean, I
Okay.
do have a library. I read books here and there.
So you're not following every steps of Tai. What
I
he's
mean,
teaching.
Tai used to read a book a day. I'm not sure if he does it anymore. But I mean, I've read a bunch of books, a lot of audiobooks as well. I'm
Okay,
more an
that's
audio
what I
guy.
do these days.
Yeah.
Audiobooks.
Yeah, I mean, listen, honestly, it might sound too simple, but one of my favorite books is the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone.
Okay. 10X.
Simple book, you know.
I read it like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to read back. Read it again.
It's very simple. It's literally just teaches you to think bigger.
Yeah, 10 times bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Grant's book. Be Obsessed or Be Average. I like this one as well. I'm gonna give you a couple ones. I like Good to Great by Jim Collins. That's a good one as well. I read it twice. And there's a book called Contagious as well. It's a good one. It's about marketing and making good ideas spread.
Contagious. Okay.
Yeah.
I heard about it, but never read it. So
maybe that could be the
Yeah.
one to add to your list.
I think the books that Tai recommended yesterday.
He has a book list on his website. It's
really?
pretty good. Yeah.
The last book that he recommended on the masterminds, Hooked. So I'm actually saving you $5,000. So read that book. It's pretty much
It's called
like
Hooked.
half of the conference of Tai. Like, how do you get your social media viral? So Hooked is one great book. He takes advice from books and he actually shares with the world. So Hooked is one good book that I'm gonna start reading. I know it's gonna be good. So anyway, Raymond, see you at Elevate, man. See you guys at Elevate.
Yep.
Don't miss the chance. Don't miss it. It's gonna be big. Raymond, it was a very interesting podcast. We did it in a stylish way. In Beverly Hills, baby.
That's what he
in
told
Bel
me.
Air.
In Bel Air.
In Bel Air.
One thing you told me yesterday is what? You told me, Ray, whenever you do something, you always do it big.
Yes, and I truly believe it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
now
you too.
you're your own competition now.
Yep.
I expect you to do something bigger next
But
year.
I'm excited to see how big Elevate will be because I'll be there.
Yeah.
And because I missed the first one, actually.
You did.
I wasn't there the first one.
What did you do?
But I forgot why. But I wasn't there. But this time I'll be there. And I'm excited to meet everybody.
Amen. Thank you. Appreciate it. Talk to you guys soon. Until next podcast. God bless.